All right. We are in business and recording. Greetings all. Again, since for those that are redialing in and watching online, cheers. Connor is our voice actor only.
Yep. That's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, this is actually, before you guys joined, Patrick and I were reminiscing that this was often when we would be playing as kids on a weekend afternoon, as opposed to a weeknight. But it's a throwback. But this time works well for this week, and then we'll just play it by ear from to see how things are going for everybody as the week progresses. All right. Well, let's play some D&D, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. So I think when last we met, we were still in the Church of Selyun in the temple. You guys had been, you'd been up. I think, Taz, you had sat in on a rousing sermon, had felt the spirit of Selyun move you. But you kind of, and then Django, you had also used one of your features to sort of detect. It was like a really cool feature. It wasn't a spell. It was something where you could like detect certain types of creatures.
Yeah, like primeval awareness.
Yeah, primeval awareness. And you had picked up on something. It lasted, I think, a minute. And then the minute had passed. You'd gone down to the second floor of the temple, and the minute had passed already, but you were sort of, before the minute had sort of lapsed, you felt sort of the general area, maybe of where it was, and then it was gone. And I think you guys, I said, y'all were on the second floor. Everybody had kind of dispersed. The people that live in the temple had gone back to their quarters, to turn in for the evening. And you guys had a few choices. You could either leave and try to sneak back in, or hide and try to go back upstairs, or leave and maybe try to figure out follow up on some of the other things that you found while you were in there. There was like, oh my gosh, what was it? A tapestry room that you'd found with a name on the tapestry, or I don't know. I think those were kind of the three different things. You could maybe start the next morning, maybe collecting. Oh, I know what it was. Django, you had the idea of maybe trying to find somebody who was maybe traveling outside of the city that needed some hired hands, maybe to earn some extra gold before you guys start your long adventure to build up, maybe buy a few important items of things that you might need to help you survive the journey.
Yep.
And so there was a couple of different angles there, but right now you all are in the second floor of the temple. And let me try to share it.
Yeah.
So you can kind of just get a better sense of where.
Now, none of us have really extensive religious backgrounds, as far as I know. Are temples? I mean, you obviously there are healers at temples. Do they normally keep maybe stashes of healing potion, elixir, whatever around? We might want to look for something like that here. Did it seem like, Ryan, as we were traipsing through? We've explored quite a bit of it. The first level. We're on the second level. We haven't seen anything like, I don't want to say a hospital, because that would be a hospital, but anything where healing might take place other than maybe an altar. I'm just trying to think of where we might be able to come across and borrow some healing potions or something along those lines, or at least medical kits.
Yeah, so this is just for kind of refresh. This is the second floor. You guys have Mark or Django and you were kind of over in this area. this solid wall here is sort of where you last felt anything, and then it just sort of dissipated on you. It was much stronger when you were upstairs. Actually, it got stronger as you went downstairs, and it dissipated. Sorry, you first felt it in this general area upstairs. If I can move my mouse. In this general area while you were upstairs. You came downstairs, it felt even stronger, but then your minute kind of elapsed and it disappeared. So it was getting stronger the further down you went, but it was still in this general area. So almost like a vertical thing. And to answer your question, Patrick, you kind of sort of been through several of the areas here, and Django, you have as well. I think was it you and Harlan that went upstairs to the 4th floor last time as well? I think while Taz was in the actual service, you guys had gone upstairs. So you've been around. I mean, there's still several rooms that you have not explored within the temple, particularly the rooms where the clerics all sleep, or their quarters. So, there's, from what you could tell, that you didn't find, other than like a kitchen or something like that, an area where there might be some group activity. So if there are indeed clerics that maybe specialize in healing, it may be something that they would keep close to their personal belongings. A footlocker or something like that.
Django says, guys, let's huddle up.
All right, you guys huddle.
Okay, so here's the deal.
That's not good.
I don't think we're really going to get a map. And I also think Saloon's just going to lead us where we need to go, much like she brought the rings to us. So here's what I think we should do. There's a super valuable tapestry. That could be our, quote, map. Let's go take our map and get out of here, and we can hawk it for some training potions and supplies and start heading east.
That's an idea.
That's an idea.
It is an idea.
No, and quite frankly, I do like it, because quite frankly, we all got called into this, and I don't think, obviously everything's not on the up and up. Something is afoot. Something is strange. Something is definitely odd. I mean, you don't need a percentage roll for that. We know something's up. That dormitory of the called, have we gone in there yet? Ryan, I hate to be meta. Have we got in there yet, Ryan?
I think you guys peeked in there last time.
Is it like a barracks?
Yeah, it's a barracks. It's like that's exactly what it is. It's just kind of beds. They're
no chests next to the beds where people, like a footlockers or military.
And it doesn't look like anybody's been in there recently. I mean, it's sort of like pre-summer camp, where kind of all the bunk beds are in there, but there's no one in there. It's sort of like a bunch of bunks, but empty, and it doesn't look like anybody's been in there in a little while. So
the the tapestry we're talking about borrowing. Is there anyone amongst us that can maybe, not me, can maybe do a check and see how valuable we think it might be before taking off with it? I mean, I don't want to end up basically with the equivalent of dogs playing poker and trying to get it into a pawn shop, getting like a copper piece for it,
I think it was like signed and numbered by that famous guy.
Because who?
Picasso? What?
Got a Ubius?
You guys could see the map just then, right? When I was sharing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I used to be a pirate, so I bet to know how valuable it is. Just check it real quick.
Let's give it a shot. Pirate?
If I do this, can you see, are you just seeing the screen, the pictures, the cameras?
Yeah, I'm just seeing the cameras.
Okay. Because I've got to look back. I don't remember what floor the tapestry was on. Was it on the 3rd floor?
It was the floor we were on.
Okay.
Go back to the map.
Okay.
And it was on the far east wall.
Let's see here.
So where that arrow's pointing the dormitory of the called, there was a big tapestry on that east wall.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. That's right. Yeah.
So how do we want to do this, guys? Do you want to make that our first choice, or do we want to explore a little bit more of this area, and then leave, or do we want to just grab it and run?
I mean,
It seems like something we would do.
do we necessarily need to steal something from here?
Until we find something. Well, I wouldn't mind having healing potions, and if we can pawn something for healing potions, if there's something around here that we could use, I'd use it. That's why I say maybe we explore a little bit more, maybe, and see if we can find anything before totally defiling. Well, we've already murdered someone here, but I mean, I'm just self-defense, granted. What do y'all think? I'm in for a consensus view.
Instead of stealing, I'm sure we could find a quick job to do in the city.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
That'd be fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that then. Let's give the defiling, the complete defiling of the church, a little bit of a miss, and then go for take it just like a light murder job somewhere.
Well, and I'm going back.
None of
now.
us are evil, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all are all good guys, right? This is all.
Yeah.
That was part of the.
Why we had to show up in the first place.
Yeah, that's why you got picked by, picked, I guess, or interviewed, I suppose, because you passed that basic test. Although, there's a greater good argument there as well. All right. Right. So it's just a tapestry. But just for kind of recollection, the kind of the patch that's sewn onto the back of the tapestry, think of it like the artist's signature, is I think it said Tapestries by Rule Vanderbach. So
that sounds important. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that would be something that you might pick up on, and maybe since you guys are residents of Waterdeep, you might have even, I don't know. It depends on the circle. None of you guys are running in higher circles. You're not running in circles where people are going to be out buying tapestries. I don't think, right? You probably wouldn't have paid attention to this if like like Ralph Lauren or something.
We'd be more like Indiana Jones with the third one where they say tapestries.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get a knockoff Rule Vanderbach.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's the kind of the name on the back of that one. And I'll go back and show you guys where you're at again so that you can see. If I can do this again. I'm trying to figure out how to share the whole screen without. I think this is the view.
The one that shows all the traps. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the one that shows the traps and all the NPCs that are going to come out of the woods. So you guys, you're kind of gone in. You've taken a close look at the tapestry. You've had this conversation. You can either go kind of around and downstairs, or back upstairs, whatever you guys want to do. It's now been about another hour, I would say, since you kind of investigated. It's pretty late, in the evening. The church is now quiet. All the hoopla is over, so everybody's probably turning in for the evening. But, like I said, it's sort of a public building. They don't have guards patrolling or anything like that, so.
There's certainly no janitor coming to clean up the mess we made with
Well, I think he might still be down there, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all just left him right in the middle of the floor, right? Or did you push him off to the side? I can't remember.
That doesn't sound like us at all. No.
I think you were going to roll him up in a tapestry, Patrick, or
that's right.
LSR. You had a few steps.
And I can tell you, anyone who's actually tried to move a actual rug without a body in it, thinking there's no way that's going to happen.
It's pretty heavy.
A misnomer in a movie. Do not move bodies in a rug. Not
and
like you 7 people.
And you can't shoot bullets into the water.
That's right.
It just slows them down. They don't keep going. So.
Yeah.
I saw that on MythBusters. Anyways.
So do we want to maybe, what do we want to do, guys? We want to explore just a little bit, or we want to go out and look for a mission? I'm sure there's evidently people have heard of a bunch of fools. They don't know that these fools are us. So, we can That sounds like a chain. Fools are us. We can go out and maybe go back to the Troll Skull Manor, and maybe I hear that ghost bartender has been friendly to us in the past. Maybe we can go in there and pick up a gig or two.
Yeah, I've had some feelers out. Let's go see if we got some bites on our feelers.
All right. You guys are heading out?
Let's head out.
All right. You're leaving the Church of Selyun.
And what time of day is it? The city has not been kind to us at night.
It's late. I mean, it's like, LSR and, of course, Django, you feel quite comfortable in the night, but it is definitely night.
Yep. Okay.
It's late.
Yep. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Yep. All right. Let me do this.
And I think probably our chances of finding a gig at a pub would be better late at night, say, than like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Troll Skull is. Let me see where you guys are relative to Troll Skull.
I want to say we were pretty far distance away, weren't we?
You are. You're pretty long way away.
I mean, probably like 20 blocks. I mean, city blocks, maybe. I mean, it was a while. I remember that.
Let me do this. You guys still seeing the map? Okay. How about now? Do you guys still see the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's kind of cool. All right. So I can still show you guys the map and then get off of the map.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Can I do anything though? I can. That's kind of cool. It's good to know. But yeah, you're still staring at a floor that you're no longer on. You guys are able to leave the temple without any problem.
Good.
I'm just scrolling to kind of get a better idea of where you guys are relative to Troll Skull. Yeah, it's a fairly decent walk through the city, but there's main roads, and you guys know your way around, of course, at this point especially, and you've gotten some experience under your belt. You've got some weapons. I mean, no one's maybe even a little bit of a reputation. I mean, no one's probably going to mess with you guys as you're scrolling through. And this is a pretty nice part of town that you're in now in the C Ward.
I would say we've dealt with a couple of thugs that hopefully the word's gotten around that don't mess with these guys.
Yeah.
They might insult your mom, but they're also going to beat you up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're going to give you guys a wide berth. So you guys are able to make it all the way to Troll Skull without any problem. And as you're kind of going up the alley, you remember you're kind of going around the alley where the swarm of rats jumped out at you.
Oh, yeah.
So you're learning kind of the ins and outs of what might happen. You hear the clinking of glasses and the low hum of conversation as you begin to enter Troll Skull. And as the doors open, no one even bothers to give you a look at this point.
There's no record scratch.
Yeah,
There's
no,
nothing. It's cool.
It's just a saloon. I mean, it's a saloon environment. It's a tavern environment, just clinking of glasses. And there's a few tables, the bar's there. You see some drinks just sort of seeming to float through the air. Exactly. Just being zipped around from table to table.
That's Liff, right? What's his name? Liff?
Liff, L-I-F. Yep. So you guys going to find a table?
Yeah, I'd say we find a table. And who wants to go Taz? I mean, since you're a soldier, you seeing your brethren around? I mean, I think you might be the best of us to try to find some clues as to where there might be some, kind of quote unquote guns for hire.
Yeah. Can I look around to see if there's anybody that looks familiar?
Yeah. So if you look around there, there's some regulars at Troll Skull that you may have gotten to know over these past, I guess, I don't know how long you guys have kind of been going. I can't remember when's the first time y'all entered Troll Skull, but you see some familiar faces. So you can certainly approach a couple of them. There's a human sitting at the bar with a huge handlebar mustache who seems to have like a regular seat, you know, at the bar.
Norm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then on the other end of the bar, there's like a halfling who's just sort of plucking a little, you know, a little lute. Just not really playing it very loudly, but.
Okay.
I'll point out the guy with the handlebar mustache and be like, yeah, go talk to him.
Me? I'm ugly as. Have you seen my charisma? All right. I'm wearing my. Oh boy, I don't want to get Black Lives Matter here. I'm wearing a hoodie to cover as much as my face, because if you recall, the Todd McFarlane Spawn movie is kind of what I look like. Not between that and Deadpool, but I'm not exactly attractive.
Yeah.
But I am going to be shady.
Okay.
I like to go up to the gentleman and say, "Excuse me, sir. I've got some friends here. We're kind of hard on cash, and we're looking to see if anyone was looking for any muscle for hire, or anyone had any needs for any special needs, including let's just say lock picking or recovering stolen objects, things like that."
Okay. Yeah.
Don't make me roll a charisma check.
No, I mean, well, you know what? You can roll on with advantage because it's a tavern atmosphere, and everybody's had a few beers at this point in the evening, and they're feeling pretty good, pretty social.
All right, so I rolled a 15 only minus 1, so it's a 14. Okay, cool.
That's not bad. That's with advantage.
Yeah, my other one was a 2. So no,
Okay, yeah, we'll take that one then.
Yeah, yes, we will.
Hang on, give me 1 second.
Sure.
So I'll give you guys something. Let me see this real quick. Oh, shoot. Let's try this one. There we go. And how about that? Something better to look at, right?
Nice.
Than that map.
Up here. Yeah. That is really, really cool. It's kind of like Helen on acid. Yeah.
Yeah, these little guys up here. These are these guys aren't real. They're just in your imagination.
Right.
The trip is going badly.
That looks right. That looks really cool. That's a good representation. I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, this gives you a sense of how kind of busy Waterdeep is. It's like a bustling
Okay, so just
town.
imagine that a little bit darker.
It's dark. Yeah, it's dark, and not nearly as many people out. But you know, there's lights in all the buildings and things. So you're in the tavern, and so so it he turns to you with his ale and goes, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Elisar Thingle.
Elisar Thingle.
Good elf.
The name's Saboth.
How are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing quite well. This is my 4th or 5th pint in, and things are quite nice. So I couldn't quite hear you over the hum of the conversation. What did you ask?
I say a little bit more quieter, closer to his ear.
Yeah.
I and some friends are in need of some cash, quickly, and we have certain talents, and we were wondering if you had heard of anyone who needed any stolen goods recovered, or any muscle needed, or anything along those lines. Basically, we are new, or I am new to the town, but I have some friends who are here, and we are looking to hire our services out to the highest bidder.
He goes, well, it's funny you should ask, as luck would have it. My little friend down on the other end, playing the lute, happens to have a cousin, and we were talking earlier. The cousin works for a tapestry maker in the city.
Ironic.
There's a tapestry maker in the city.
Ironic. 3 syllables. Yep, okay.
Who is doing a delivery. From what I'm told, he asked if I do any sort of security work. Of course, I don't, but he brought it up to me this very evening. So feel free to take it up with him.
I forgot to tell you because my full name is LSR Protective Services Thingle. It's amazing. So I think we should go talk to him. Would you mind if one of my friends buys you a pint? Because we're short of cash. If you can make an introduction.
Absolutely not. Yeah, certainly. I'll take. That seems like a fine deal. Now, if I do this, do you guys see the Word document?
No.
No.
We are still looking at the gorgeous picture of the children and the things flying in the air.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working. I just hope I can recreate it later.
And now you're all dead.
I know, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So Sabath says, certainly.
Sabath was human? Was Sabath human? I'm sorry.
Sabath was human, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sabath was human. And he walks down to the edge of the bar. I guess it's just you, Elisar? Is everyone else sort of just sitting at the table? Or is it...
I'm like, guys,
Elisar, the least charismatic of all of you, are just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm
I'll get up from the table when he waves us on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll get up too.
All right, you stride over. And, Sabath introduces you to a small halfling. Obviously, that's kind of a
misnomer, yeah.
Well, exactly. It's like a jumbo shrimp, except for
Yeah.
in this case, except for flipped. It's like it's a small halfling, a small halfling in this case, surprisingly. A halfling. No offense to halflings. A halfling sitting at the, kind of plucking his lute. He looks up at the 4 of you, including at Sabath, and goes, "Oh, well, good evening, Sabath. Who are your friends?" And Sabath goes through the introductions and says, "Well, this gentleman here, Elisar, I believe his name was, has just approached me at the bar and was inquiring if I knew of anyone who needed some help and perhaps an opportunity to earn some extra coin. And I just mentioned that you and I were having this conversation just earlier this evening about your cousin. So introductions are made."
And I will tell you, sir, that my name is Elisar Thingle, and I'll tell you, tapestries happen to be one of our natural abilities. I mean, we know a lot about tapestries, and I name the tapestries author. Do I have to remember it?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to remember
the moon.
Yeah,
but I mentioned, I said, yeah, we help them, and that's been protected for years.
All right. So this guy's, he goes, I can't do that. I was going to try to do a Russian accent, which I can't do. So we're just going to go with Russian names instead of accents. But he goes, the halfling goes, well, my cousin is Vladimir, and I am Zlatan Perestroika. And my cousin Vlad is works for one of the premier tapestry makers in all of Waterdeep. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Absolutely, Vlad, right? Absolutely, short for Vladimir. Got it.
Yeah, and so interestingly, what I've heard is that Rule is having a difficult time hiring city guard. I mean, that's normally what he does. He typically will, when he's taking a trip, doing a delivery, there'll be city guard who are available, and they'll just hire 4 or 5 guard, and they'll escort him, off duty, of course, and they'll escort him. But he's having a terrible time. He's been sitting on this order for some time, and in fact, so Vlad was asking me if I wanted to accompany, and I am merely a musician, so it would be very, very little assistance if he needed help. But but yes, I think Rule is certainly looking for someone to help escort him in this delivery of his.
Well, excellent. We happen to have a member of the city guard amongst us, who does work with us, and we would be much obliged if you could introduce us to your cousin.
Yeah.
And we'd be more than happy to help out.
Well, I can actually just tell you where the shop is. Vlad will be there along with Rule, I'm sure. He is Vladimir is Rule's personal bodyguard. Very intimidating fellow, my cousin. And so he is Rule's personal bodyguard as Rule travels through the city, sometimes making deliveries. And so, yeah, I will tell you where the shop is, and when they open in the morning, I'm sure he would be very delighted to hear that you want to help him with this delivery. And so Zlatan gives you the kind of the general area for where the shop is. And interestingly enough, the shop is kind of back closer to where you were, near the Church of Silyun.
Okay.
Again, Connor, the word is ironic? No, maybe not ironic on that one. But let's just say dungeon masterly conveniently located.
Just saying.
Right, exactly. It's a huge city, you know. So,
what a coincidence.
Yeah. So, the shop is just on Diamond Street, which is very close to. It's a higher end shopping district, and it's close to where the Church of Silyun is. Not next door or anything, but in that general part of the city.
Sleeping quarters that we were able to use at the Church of Silyun?
Not at the Church of Silyun, but there
may be now.
Well, you could maybe sneak back into the bunks area. I mean, they were empty. In that same room where the tapestry was, where what was it called? The dormitory of the called or whatever.
Oh.
You could probably sneak back into that dormitory, or try to sneak back into there.
That would be a very good idea for a couple of reasons. One, it's free, right? Two is I wouldn't mind each of us becoming kind of, I don't want to use the words intimately because that suggests something else, intimately familiar with the tapestry they've got there, so we can then present that knowledge as our proof that we are who we say we are, which is a total farce, but if we can, kind of
does
do
it
that.
really matter if we're just delivering the tapestry?
We got to sell ourselves first, don't we? Or if he's been having problems, maybe not, Daniel. Maybe you're right. If he's been having problems, maybe he'll take beggars can't be choosers,
I mean, he was just trying to hire the city guard to transport it. Yeah. It's not like I have much tapestry knowledge. I was in the city guard.
All right.
You can't argue with that.
You can't. I mean, I hear they're made of some kind of product,
It's the thing that hangs and...
Yeah. While we're having this conversation, I'm just like taking popcorn off of somebody else's table
and nobody's minding.
Yeah, nobody minds at all. Yeah, in fact, the guys at the table that you're taking the popcorn off just like raise a glass to you, and they're grinning and their cheeks are rosy red, and you're just like, cheers. It's a good night.
Does it bother you that I still think of you in just a loincloth? That's all I see now when I think about you. Yeah. Let's just go for sleep somewhere and go present ourselves in the morning and see what this new gig will get us.
Hey, Patrick, your mic is cutting out a little bit.
Oh no. Okay. Let me.
Is there a volume? Maybe turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. Let me do that.
I can hear pretty good, but I've got my own headset in, so that's probably why.
Let me hold on.
Daniel, are you using your phone?
No, I'm on my laptop.
Okay.
And I don't have a headset nearby.
Right, Daniel, how is that? Is that any better?
It's a little better.
Okay, I just jacked my my Realtek R audio up to like 85.
Yeah.
If you need, all right, that's cool. If I start cutting out, let me know.
It sounds better. It sounds a little
Okay.
louder to me too.
Okay.
Django and Harlan, you guys have just kind of been observing as this information is gathering. Do you feel like this is a good direction for the group?
I think so.
Sounds like a fun adventure.
Okay. So if I'm hearing you guys correctly, you're going to walk now all the way back to... Okay.
Do they have bunks here?
Well, there are some...
Troll Skull.
Yeah, there are some bunks up at Troll Skull. There are some rooms. You guys have to help me remember.
We spent the night there before.
You did.
A couple nights ago. We
You
bought
did.
two rooms. Yeah.
2 and 2.
How much are the rooms?
Oh man, they weren't much. I think, in fact, gosh, I'm trying to remember. It's did the bartender cut you guys a deal? Not lift, but was there something else going on there that
There was something else that was going on. I can't remember what it was, but I know it made it cheap. Not cheap enough for me because I'm dirt poor.
right?
But yeah, that we could afford the two.
Yeah, I think it was one of those from going kind of way back. I think, yeah, the rooms are not. In fact, you're at Troll Skull is modest. It's 5 silver piece.
Hey.
5 silver pieces would be the cost of a room.
Okay.
Per day.
I'll just get 2 rooms.
Okay, yeah, so 10 silver total, and
That's
there's plenty.
Equal to 1 gold, right?
I think so. I don't have the conversion. Is that what it is, Mark?
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to be meta, don't be dissing Drill Skull.
Oh no, Troll School. Hey, look, I went up from squalid and I went up from poor. I put you guys right in that modest.
Yes.
You can stay somewhere for 7 copper pieces. Although, I will say this. I mean, Troll School is still a bargain because Waterdeep, everything's a little more expensive than in most other cities.
Like New York.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, you said New York, not Newark, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But so even that, so at Waterdeep, it's modest, but it's a little on the
Yeah, I get it.
this side of modest. It's not, you're not going this way. I mean, it's definitely a tavern.
It's a bar. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bar that has bunks.
It's a bar that has bunks. It's probably pretty clean.
Run by absolute heroes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Legends. Absolute legends.
Legends.
Yeah, so you don't have to walk all the way back to
Okay, good.
the church. So, do you guys want to turn in for the night? And then
I've got nothing to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Harlan, you want to share a room again?
Sure.
All right. And since I am a half elf, I will, while Harlan takes a full rest, I'll take half a rest, or as I what do you call it?
Meditate or whatever.
Meditate. Yeah, that's it. Right.
Okay. Yeah, I've got. Did I have you as a half elf?
Yep. Wood elf fighter.
Wood elf.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
And there happens to be wood in the room, so I'm okay.
Okay. Awesome. All right, we can kind of fast forward. Everybody has a good night's rest. I don't think y'all even had combat last time, so no one's down hit points.
Nope.
All right, so you're in good shape there. And the sun is up, following day, and you start, I'm assuming, heading to Rule's Tapestries.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you find your you kind of know where Vlad, not Vlad, Zlatan gave you a pretty good description of where it is, so it's easy to find the following morning. And it's a small, little tucked away shop front, doors open. It's a nice day again here in Waterdeep. Sun is shining. The ocean breeze kind of continues to flow across. It's very
The San Diego of D&D.
Exactly. It's like, I was thinking maybe San Francisco, but let's go San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little lower. I think maybe Neverwinter might be the San Francisco,
Less homeless.
Yeah, exactly. San Diego. So it's a nice day, and the door's open to Rule's Tapestries.
I kind of feel I'm hogging the conversation. So if someone else would like to go forward, I'll be happy to follow.
Harlan, you're pretty quick.
Yeah, come on, Harlan.
All right, I'll go first.
And we're right behind you. Go ahead.
Cool. So I'll go walk up and go inside.
Make a dexterity save. I'm kidding. So Harlan's like, what?
The 50-pound safe falls on his head from acting.
Big blade comes swinging across. No. You walk in, and it's just, there are some basic tapestries lining the walls, kind of for sale, already done. There's a desk at the far end, and then behind the desk is an elderly-looking human male who he's sort of just got a little ledger. He's scribbling some notes, and then on a little stool, kind of next to the side of the desk, a halfling is sitting, who is carrying a viol, like a little fiddle-looking thing, and he's just sort of ding, 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 plucking a few tunes on the fiddle, and he just sort of the halfling looks up at you sort of nonchalantly, kind of gives you a quick glance, and looks back down and starts messing with the strings again.
So he's not the same guy from last night.
Correct. He looks familiar. He looks similar.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's not the same halfling. But
okay.
still a Lightfoot halfling. Rule looks up from his ledger and goes, good morning, sir. How can I help you?
We heard that there might be any security thing we could help out with.
He kind of puts his pencil down, and a security thing. He turns and says to Vladimir, are these folks you have found? And Vlad just sort of shrugged his shoulders and said, no, I spoke to my cousin, but I hadn't found anyone yet.
Your cousin, we actually spoke to him last night at the Troll Skull Manor, and he said you guys might need some help.
And then so Rule's kind of nodding in approval, and Vlad gives kind of one of these and so Rule's like, yes, well, that's a bit of an understatement. I've been sitting on this order for delivery it's simple for me. I to go and hire some off-duty city guard, and they can travel with me. But there seems to be something happening. There doesn't seem to be any city guard available for hire. I've been hearing some undertows of uprisings in the city of the dead, perhaps. I'm in touch with, uprisings.
Yeah.
More activity, shall we say. I'm in constant contact with my other shopkeepers and merchants, and many of us are having some issues finding, just passage, and seems as though the guard is stretched thin, shall we say. At any rate, yes, I'm definitely looking for someone to accompany me and to ensure this beautiful new tapestry that I've designed and developed for Arlok Flotion, that this tapestry is delivered. It's been on order, and I can't collect for it until I deliver it, but it'll pay my rent for quite some time once it's delivered.
All right. Yeah, we'll be willing to help you deliver it, but It will come at a price.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I'm a businessman, certainly. I am a little apprehensive. I see this transaction as insurance, frankly. I'd be willing to pay. And he's looking at you guys. Is it the four of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, Vlad here is not going to be able to accompany us. He has a prior engagement, and so just the four of you, I would pay 100 gold pieces each.
We would take that. I'm speaking for. I'm speaking. I come out of nowhere. Yes.
Deal.
Sold. No bartering here.
You would know that that's a pretty nice sum.
It is a princely sum. Okay.
What are your bona fides? Sorry.
Sorry.
Why are you good at security?
Without any hesitation whatsoever, I spin a tale of since I come from outside of Waterdeep, I am going to take the liberties with some truth and say that we have protected. I personally have protected. I just spin a tale.
Okay, make a deception check.
All right, hold on. Deception. Oh, all right. Okay, so if I get a 1 and then subtract 1, that's a 0.
Yeah. He does one of these. Good sir. As you can see, I'm an old man and I've been in business a long time. I can tell when I'm being, what's the politically correct way to say?
Lying to.
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled. Thank you.
I would tell you this. You're absolutely right, sir, and I do apologize. But my friends here, a member of the city guard, and my wizard friend and my ranger here, all have more experience than me. I just got excited a bit. We do know tapestries. We certainly are willing to lay down our lives to make sure that your delivery is delivered on safe, and that you are okay, and that is the absolute truth. And I'm not lying. I mean, if I had to roll for that, I would be a natural 20.
He doesn't. He can sense that was kind of from the heart, and he does pull Vladimir aside and has a sort of a whispering. Am I paused for you guys, or is it just on my side?
Yeah.
Just your video.
There it goes.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't care about the video as long as you can hear me. So he just pulls Vlad aside and whispers. They do some whispering, and Vlad sort of looks and he points, and it points out, Taz, what's your weapon? What are you carrying?
A glaive.
Yeah, so you got a big glaive there. And then Django, you never did find those heavy crossbow, did you?
No, but I've got a pair of daggers and a sling.
Okay, so he can, he sees you're kind of light. You've got some daggers, some blades, and then he just sort of can quickly assess Harlan. When Elisar mentioned wizard, you kind of get a sense that your lack of weapons that must be you. And then Elisar, what do you have?
I've got a short sword, dagger, and shield.
So he sees the shield. Probably, what do you carry? The shield on your back?
Yep.
And a short sword. So they obviously know that you guys have weapons. Can you tell me of a recent encounter that would give me some trust that where we were to run into trouble along the trail, that you would be able to intervene? I mean, this tapestry is extremely valuable to me, and but won't do me any good if I have just simply commoners with me.
Django just points to the blood on Tasbian's glaive.
Kind of takes a close look at it. That seems fresh, fairly fresh. I don't believe that's a theater prop.
There are a few less ruffians in town with bloodied noses and broken bones because of us. I can tell you that is the truth.
And then, Vlad again, sort of sizing you up, whispers into Rule's ear, and Rule says, well, then it's settled. Let's call it a deal. You will be my escorts. We are leaving within, frankly, I would like to leave this afternoon if that's a possibility for your schedules. The sooner I can get this tapestry delivered and collect, the sooner I can pay the four of you and continue to pay rent and stay in business.
This afternoon sounds good to us. Does it, gentlemen?
Yeah, sounds good.
Do you have, sir, I want to say not discarded, but a smaller, or I should say a lighter tapestry that two of us could go ahead of the party, almost as if a target, I don't say target, as a distraction to go forward, while the genuine article rests with you and our two others in the back. Does that make sense?
Well, it's interesting. I like how you're thinking. What I travel with a cart and mule, and in the cart is the tapestry that is for delivery, and then I typically will have 2 or 3 blanks in the cart as well. I mean, as long as they're not too heavy for my mule, it depends on the size of the tapestry that I have. This particular one is quite large, so I will have 1 or 2, perhaps, shall we call them fakes, just in case. But we'll be traveling quite slowly.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone else have any other questions for Rule or Vladimir? Nope. All right. $100 gold each.
Yep. Hey, Ryan, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind just as we pass Vladimir, say, look, hey, Vlad, I know that you are the personal bodyguard of Rule, and I know that you are unavailable. Is there any particular reason you're unavailable to come on this trip with us?
He sort of stays a little quiet.
And I want to try to do an insight check.
Yeah.
Because that sounds odd to me.
Yeah, make an insight check. Let's see. I'm gonna see if he's gonna tell you how much he's gonna tell you.
Okay, well it's a 14.
Okay.
Total.
Yeah, he basically says, I need to stay and guard the shop. The shop is very valuable, and it will be empty for several days, and it's not practical to leave it unguarded for that amount of time, particularly given that the regular city watch seems to be unable to, the city guard seems to be unable to offer the security that it used to offer.
Understood.
So you believe him.
Yeah, and if I could take my friends aside, I do believe him, and I want to make sure I'm out of earshot of these guys. Say, look, we want to huddle up for a second. I'm like, look, I think this is just wrong. I think Vlad might be involved. He might even be behind a theft. But let's just be cautious and proceed with this. But just know that something doesn't feel right to me in my gut, and I just don't have colitis. I mean, there's just something wrong.
Anyone else?
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, let's just be very, very cautious of this. I sense, again, so far everything we've encountered here from the temple to here, something seems amiss. So let's just be very cautious as we go forward. And we still need our healing potions, by the way. I guess that's going to have to come after a successful mission.
Are we getting paid up front or after the
question.
job is done?
Yeah, Rule mentioned that he would, like, once he collects on this tapestry, he'll be able to pay you guys your gold and his rent, and you get the sense that this was pressure mounting on him as in his business to get this delivery.
Can we do this today?
Yeah,
This afternoon.
right? Yeah, let's go for it.
Yep.
Everybody's good, prepared?
Yep.
Without healing potions, we're as prepared as we can be.
All right. So let me just give you guys as you start heading out, you're not seeing the picture anymore, are you?
No. We see you.
Back all of our faces.
Mm-hmm.
All of our smiling faces. While I'm pulling this up, guess what I did the other day, a couple days ago? I went to Gigabytes.
Oh, how was it?
It's still kind of humming. You know, they still have a nice little business going. I don't remember if they had, I don't know how much food they're serving right now. I couldn't quite tell, what their setup is because they reconfigured a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, well, I noticed they reconfigured half the store that we used to play in is now sales items, and then they've still got where the tabletop battles, the Warhammers going on.
Yes.
And you got the magic room on the other side. Yeah.
They took down, like, all those folding tables. They don't have those out because they've got the hard tables is keeping everything socially distanced or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, how you guys running this thing, from a COVID perspective? And they were like, well, I said, do you have to make an appointment or anything? They're like, no, it's so just not that many people, it sounds like, are coming in.
Right.
He said most nights are still tables free, but the regulars will show up at their regular tables, and a certain, I forgot what it was. Certain games are still being played on certain nights more often than others, but there's no mandate or whatever that says you can only play these games then.
I can tell you guys this. I'm looking at the bottom of my computer. It says the date is 10/4/2020. It's been 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
You were what?
It's our leap year.
Yeah.
Well, cheers. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think 11.
Here's the 11. Okay, that's all right. 4 years, man. That's an accomplishment.
That is quite the accomplishment. That's really cool.
I mean, we lost 3, and we only had 1 for 1. Well, 4, I guess. One for one night, and then of course the smoker who disappeared, and then of course
was that Dowell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him with my glaive.
I'm gonna hit that picture of my glaive.
you have some other things, right? I'm gonna use my divine smite. I'm gonna divine smite him. Look, I can make fun of Southern people. I am one. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to cancel you for that.
I'm not being canceled for doing a bad Southern accent.
Some of my best friends are Southern.
And that's, you notice I didn't do the Joe Frank hair. Yeah, I declare some of my friends are Southerners.
You give me the vapors.
The Lindsey Graham.
So anyway, congratulations on 4 years, guys. Didn't mean to sidetrack.
No, that's okay. I needed some sidetrack because I had to do some other. I kind of had to switch gears here real quick. For just such a decision, I gotta keep in mind with this group. This is my favorite DM experience. I think was that whole night I had planned for you guys to go down and fight the thing, and then instead y'all took a rope and went down the cliff on the other side.
Totally illogical thing to do.
Like, what? I'm like, okay, here's my DM notes for tonight. Let's go. Exactly.
What's that note? It's my shredder. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. You only have so much planned, and you just got to riff.
Yep. That's right.
But for this particular one, I thought you guys could potentially do this. So I hope that's so. Yeah, you guys probably go grab some lunch or something, I imagine. And Rule says, meet me. In fact, that little. I'll show you the picture again because that picture's kind of cool.
I do like that picture.
Yeah. Let's see. So you kind of see like these wagons. Like this is kind of what he's got. He's got a little like a little mule with a wagon. He'll sit up here, and then the tapestries will be here in the back. This guy right here looks a little bit like what Vladimir looks like. Just very intimidating, Lightfoot halfling.
Just like that
for a bodyguard. so yeah, you walk up and the tapestry has been loaded in the back of the wagon, and
along with some fakes, right?
a couple of fakes, but the mule doesn't travel very fast. In fact,
Now,
it's like
can I ask you this? Of the fakes, are they all of the same size and caliber? Or
no, they're cheap. They're small, cheap things.
If I could maybe take one
Mm-hmm.
and carry. Now, I am very strong because of not only my natural strength, but because of the ring. I would, when we go off on this mission, right, I would like to take one of the fakes and travel at least, let's say 200 yards, whistle distance, in front of the group.
Okay.
Inviting any kind of attack.
As you're going through the city?
No. Yes. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
All the way through. All the way from soup to nuts. I'll be 200. In front of them, in front of the group.
Yeah. Let me show you just so you can get a sense of. I think this is Waterdeep is huge, and so. Yeah. Well, let's see, where is it at?
And just so I would say, just thinking that if the city guard wasn't interested, I don't know if that means that there would be something that would actually happen within the city walls, which kind of does make sense, or they're just something that we still don't know about. So yeah, I'll still travel ahead, once we see the map.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on. I don't know why it's not. I'm trying to. I think my computer. I'm in line to get a new computer, and it looks like this is probably one of those requests of my CPU that is validating that is indeed. Let me try to.
That's the worst tapestry I've ever seen in my life. It's all gray.
It's grayed out. Yeah, exactly. It's a grayed out tapestry. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's not the right picture anyways. So never mind. This is actually even a cooler picture. This is the one I wanted to show you guys for the night scene. Hang on. Because I think it's pretty cool. So I feel like that's like, oh, where'd it go?
Night. That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
kind of like Disneyland at night without.
I know.
Yeah.
Castle Waterdeep.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, so Troll Skull will be dug back in there somewhere.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So let me close that out. Now that we're past that, just do this. I gotta start closing things out. I'm gonna start dragging my computer down to the ground. And then I'll be able to show you this in just a sec too. You can kind of get a sense of how far and which way you have to go. And as you guys are sort of gathering around the wagon, as Rule is getting ready to hop in and kind of start traveling, you can start talking to him and get a better sense of kind of what's going on. Maybe what.
So Rule is actually traveling with us to the edge of the city then?
Rule is going with you the whole way. Rule is driving the cart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vlad. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah. Now, Vladimir is going to stay here. If I can share this. Vladimir's staying back to kind of guard the shop. And then, let's see.
And Django's going to hang back in the shadows and use the stealth skills to shadow the group.
Okay. So here, can you guys see this map?
Yes.
Yes.
This is a big map of Waterdeep. So the Sea Ward, where you guys were, was like way up here.
Yep.
this little thing over here. I think Troll Skull, if I'm not mistaken, is this alley right here. So that,
Yep.
yeah, that's how long it took you to get in. But you can see how big Waterdeep is. If it'll let me scroll without jumping to the next page, because this is a PDF. Well, there it goes.
Yep. Oh, too far.
There we go. How about that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, it's kind of the main drag right here. I think this might even be the tradeway that kind of cuts right through the middle of the city. And so rule tells you that, that the delivery that you guys need to make, let me find it real quick, it's outside the city walls.
I'm comfortable with that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And which is part of the reason why, he needs assistance. He needs bodyguards. You're going to a place south of the city, the keep of Arlock Flotion. And as you're kind of traveling, Rule explains that, normally on a trip like this, even though you're going outside the city guard has done, historically has done a really good job of even keeping beasties outside the city walls at bay. But they've just gotten so stretched, he says. And as you guys are kind of trotting down through here, he talks about, the rumors from his other fellow merchants in the cities. You would know that the City of the Dead here, it's the cemetery within Waterdeep. Mm-hmm. The guard does a really good job of keeping undead and anything like that might be coming out of the City of the Dead at bay, keeping the rest of Waterdeep safe. Yep. And so there's a pretty high presence of guard in the City of the Dead normally. And it's a really nice park in the daytime, right? People will go and eat lunches there and things. It's peaceful, but at night it gets dangerous. And Rule explains as you guys are kind of just trotting down through the city. And are you walking with them now at this point, Elisir, or are you still way ahead?
No, I'm going to be forward. I'm 200 yards ahead with my, let's just call it a rape whistle in my lips.
Yeah. And then Django, you're kind of off into the shadows. So you might not be hearing Rule. Rule's probably talking to Harlan then and Taz about.
Yeah, so you got a main group of 3. So you've got me and then 3 and then 1.
Okay. I'm going to be trailing Elisar between the wagon and the shadows. Okay.
Yeah, so you might be picking up on bits and pieces of this, but Harlan and Taz, he basically explains that the rumor is that there's a lot more activity going on at the City of the Dead, that the Watch has had to double up, maybe even triple up the numbers. That's pulled watchmen in from the outside of the city walls. That's pulled patrolmen off of even the nicer districts. And then he reiterates what Vlad had said, that, normally they would be comfortable just locking the door and then Vlad could accompany him. But based on the lack of presence of the guard in the city, and they're just not comfortable with that at this moment. So, they start they thought that while it would be nice for him to be with you guys in this delivery, just weighing it out. There's 4 of you. There was just one of him, halfling, even though he's very powerful and dangerous. He said, "You better just stay put." So you guys. Oops, sorry. So you guys got to go out. You're going to go out this gate here as you go past. And it's a heavily traversed area. You're basically going on the high road south. And you make it all the way through the city pretty well unaccosted. I mean, there's no, people, there's commerce. You saw that other picture with all the crowds and things like that. There's a lot going on within Waterdeep that wouldn't cause anyone to kind of take a second look at you guys. And I'm going to show you this now, which I think will be okay. I don't think it's going to give anything away. Let me just make sure this is the one I want to show you. Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay. And this will give you a sense. So this is probably going to be about a 4-day, maybe even longer trip. I think, what's the travel day, average distance for travel? I always forget that.
I think like a forced march is like 10 miles.
Normal is 24 miles a day.
Okay.
Normal pace. This is a kind of a slow pace because of the wagon and the donkey. So that's 18 miles in a day. And if, you know, I swear I had this written somewhere so that I didn't have to do it real time while we were playing. But I kind of had the distances calculated for how long this is going to take it at 18 miles a day. But I think the first, here, let me just do a quick look. It won't take me just a half a second to kind of see how far you probably will be able to get today in terms of your commute here. Where's my big no, of course that's not the right one. You guys are still just seeing, what are you guys seeing? I stopped sharing.
Just videos.
Okay, yeah, stop sharing. Okay. What the heck?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, Bays. There it is. This is the one. Come on, Dungeon Master. Get your stuff together, man. All right, let me get the range right. Oh, I know what I did. I calculated a different range. So that's 100 miles. That's 50 miles. And from where you guys are at, that's about, yeah, it's probably about 50 miles there and 50 miles back. So probably 3 days there, 3 days back. Yeah. Yeah, about 3 days there, 3 days back. Let's just call it that.
All right.
So you make it through the city, okay, and it's getting close to evening. The sun is sort of getting, the shadows are getting long, and I'll show you where you guys are at. I'll use this map here. Okay, so this is Waterdeep, and this is kind of this red road here is the main road. And so this is still pretty populated. You kind of go through the Rat Hills here, not a lot going on, just some folks, kind of meandering about. And I got to send Harlan a private message real quick. So give me 1 second.
All right.
No offense to anybody else.
I'm highly offended.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, it's not my fault your passive perceptions are what they are, just so you know.
You got that right.
You're all here. Okay. Okay.
All right, I see it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you guys leave the city gates and start heading south, and you're kind of getting this is the Zund Bridge here, and the Zund Bridge is really highly traveled, nice big stone bridge. And this is kind of a map that Rule has. He delivers to some of these cities south and these little settlements south. This particular delivery is at the Flotian Estate. This is where the keep of Arlok Flotian is, and Arlok is the person who bought the tapestry from Rule. So basically, he's explaining, that this should be a very simple. I mean, we're on the main, I think that's the trade road, the main road through Waterdeep for most of it, which is easily traveled. You'll have to leave the road and kind of take this trail, which is certainly more risky, shall we say, as you kind of get to the Flotian Estate. But you can make it, basically tonight, probably all the way to the Zund Bridge without any real problem. And so that's kind of one day. And so day 2 kicks back off. You guys kind of start the travel again. Are you all still separated?
Yes.
Okay.
I am. I prefer to be the decoy or target, whatever.
Okay. So you're just kind of walking in advance.
Now, let me ask you this, and I don't mean to hog the session here, is when we get to the Waterdeep River, is there any means that we could take a boat and go up Waterdeep to close to as we can to the ruins of Harpshield Castle and then travel that way, or is there? I'd like to try to go a route that would not be known, but it doesn't look like that's possible, is it?
You could float that idea maybe over the campfire to Rule.
Okay.
Rule would explain that the tapestry is heavy as it is, and because he's in a mule cart, the preference would be to just stay on the main road and then just, when he bid the job, he traveled it without the mule, and this was probably 6 months ago. And so he would have known that even this trail was able to handle a cart. So,
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
all these fees are built into the cost of the tapestry.
Yes, I'll be right back. I gotta feed the dog.
Okay. You guys want to take a short break as we start?
5 minutes.
Yeah, take like a 5-minute break as we start
Sure.
day 2 of the trap.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Take 5.
All right, take 5.
5.
Unmuted. Granola bar and another water.
Connor and Sophia like those granola bars.
Oh man, this is the last one.
The Chewies.
Yeah, the Chewies. I've been trying to do pretty good with my sugar, but sometimes you need a little chocolate.
That's right. You know, for me, my challenge is not sugar, but French fries.
Oh.
They're
we went
potatoes. They're potatoes.
we went keto for about 3 months, and man, it was a great kickstart. I mean, I've lost a bunch, but it's just hard to keep that going. It's just, I don't know how good for you it is,
Okay. Is it like no carbs or like?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
no carbs, no sugar.
So no pizza, no French fries, no tortilla chips. I
None. No bread.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah.
How do you escape no sugar? There's sugar in air. I mean, how do you escape?
It's
those things?
super hard. You have to
Other
go
than
to,
sucrose,
you have to start shopping at like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. Yeah, places that have like more health. And then we actually joined a grocery thing called, what was it called? Basically they make,
for you.
well, they make, I mean, it's like, instead of having sugar, it uses monk fruit or stevia, things like that. And so you can still get some sweetness to it, and it's pretty good. But now that I haven't had sugar in so long, when I taste it, I'm like, whoa. I mean, that's a lot.
I'm the same way. I'm a Diet Coke guy, and if you give me a regular Coke, I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
First of all, I am not, as it turns out, a caffeine guy. I run every morning for about 5 miles, and I'll tell you what, there's a convenience store within running distance, and I picked up one day one of those like triple shot espressos.
Yeah, where you're like,
I will never ever do that again. I'm not a coffee guy. I never have been, and I never will be. It made me feel so bad. I
got coffee IVs.
Oh yeah,
I'm a coffee drinker.
Me too.
I just.
I'm a coffee drinker, but the Bang energy drinks or those that style of energy drink are like crystal meth. I'm just like,
it's like mainlining, and if you've never done it before, like me, I'm like this. I wanted the day to end. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I wanted my day to end. It was horrible. So.
All right. Everybody back? Connor, are you just like you're back too?
Yep.
All right. Connor is our lift. He's just the voice.
Just the voice.
Yeah.
Although Lift doesn't speak. So
He's the opposite of Left.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as the sun rises on day 2 now, as you guys kind of break camp here on the here, I'll get back to whatever. Let's see, where was I sharing? I think I was just sharing this.
It was the major map. Yeah.
Yeah, the map that Rule has, just of this general area. He doesn't need a map much bigger than this because this is most of where his deliveries are, at least going this direction. As the sun rises, you're on the other side of the Zund Bridge here, kind of with no real issues. Each of you on the second day, actually, nope, take that back. Not each of you. Give me half a second. Man, let me do this real quick. Okay. Give me 1 second. Maybe more than 1 second. This is the equivalent of the Dungeon Master pulling aside one player.
Yep.
Without having to pull aside one player. Unless you guys can see all this, which I hope you can. Okay.
We cannot.
Okay.
And
okay. Does that make sense, Django? I was typing pretty quickly.
Yes, makes sense.
Okay. All right. So the sun has risen. You guys are back in the kind of back in the cart, or Rules in the cart. I guess you guys are kind of walking. As you start walking, you kind of make it. Can you guys see my cursor, my arrow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready to kind of getting closer here to the Waterdeep river, and you guys can't see PowerPoint right now, can you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, and so as you're kind of getting close to the Waterdeep river, there's another bridge here. It's not nearly as well formed as the Zund Bridge, but it's on the main, the main route that splits through Waterdeep. Let's see, I should have looked that up during the break. Is it the trade route, the tradeway? I can't remember the name of it.
Either way works.
Yeah, either way. It bothers me I don't know. That's the tradeway. It's the tradeway. Okay, confirmed. So as you kind of cross, you're on the tradeway. It's the further away from Waterdeep you get, obviously the more wild things become. This bridge is not, like I said, not nearly as kind of well maintained as the Zund Bridge, which is this kind of massive stone bridge with guards and guard towers and things. It's just basically but it's a fairly well preserved bridge. As you guys begin to sort of cross the bridge, the mule kind of does a little kind of stop, right? And then
right now, Ryan, remember I'm 200 yards ahead of them, crossing it first on foot with one of the lighter fakes.
Okay, yeah. So you're 200
yards.
200 yards.
200
yards.
2 football fields
2
ahead
football
of us.
fields.
No.
Okay.
I might want to read. Yeah, you know what? I'm stupid. Yeah, why not?
You're 2 football fields ahead. Okay.
You can still hear a ref's whistle 200 yards away, and that's what I've got in my mouth. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you cross the bridge.
Yep.
And you're walking. You're sort of going,
Yep.
continuing down the tradeway. As the rest of you kind of hit the bridge,
Uh-oh.
Rule, you know, the mule sort of sniffs the air and stops. Rule kind of gives him a little slap of the reins, and it kind of re-engages. Trot, 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 trot. At the end of the bridge, as you guys are nearing the end of the bridge, suddenly out of like a hole dug into the ground behind some trees, you smell it before you see it. The mule begins to bay hideously. And this gray, enormous, sort of almost disfigured looking thing leaps out of the ground and starts running towards you, going, "Groog hungry, Groog hungry." And what you see is this.
Uh-oh.
You, Elisar,
Yep.
200 yards away,
Yeah.
maybe you're already around a corner, I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's a fairly straight path, so you probably aren't around the corner. I think you're probably good. I think you could probably hear this as well from 200 yards away. What's your perception? Make a perception check. How about let's just do it that. Let the dice decide if you hear it or not.
You had to do that, didn't you? All right.
It'll only take them like 10 rounds to get to us with this movement.
A 6.
A 6?
I'm being honest. A 6.
You know, that's yeah. So can you guys see this?
Oh man, I'm on my merry way.
All right.
These are great pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, are you seeing it on the full screen now, or do you still see PowerPoint in the block?
No, we still see
Full screen.
Full screen, yeah.
Okay. So you don't see like any PowerPoint ribbons or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, so it's a screen share. Yeah, so you guys have kind of made it all the way to this part of the bridge, and like, you know, even kind of hitting the gravel and then popping up out of the ground and kind of rounding this tree is, and I'll just show you what you see coming at you just for fun, because it is so much fun. Because these guys
coming at you guys, not me.
Yeah, coming to the 3 of is this guy.
Ah, a troll under a bridge. Go figure.
Go figure. Except for this, instead of having this like big putrid boil right here, there's like a little like baby head that's growing out of its shoulder. But all it is like a head and like 2, it's not even eyeballs. Like where eyeballs might be, there's like indentions, but there's this mouth and his teeth are just going chomp, 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 chomp. And he's saying, Groog hungry. And you just see the little thing going chomp, 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 chomp on his shoulder. I thought that was kind of creepy.
That is kind of creepy. I haven't even seen it. It's creepy.
And roll initiative.
Do I need to bother to roll for initiative since I'm blissfully?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, because there may be something that you got to do.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
And a 7 as well.
Uh-oh.
Harlan got a 22.
All right, well, Harlan, that makes that one easy.
Natural 20. Yes.
Okay, that makes that.
I mean, I don't know what I can do, but I'm there.
Yeah, on your first turn. What are your dex scores, Taz and Django? Your dex mods, or I guess your dex number, your dex, not your modifier, but your actual dexterity.
17 attribute.
Yeah, thank you. How about you, Taz? That'll be I'll make that the tiebreaker.
Oh, mine is a +5. So 20.
Okay, so
Nice.
Taz, you go before Django.
Okay.
And then, well, maybe the odds are ever in your favor
All right,
for the. That's what the troll got.
nice. He
So,
dies.
but I got that out of the way for his hits. So,
He trips and falls and kills himself.
yeah, this is just initiative. So,
Too bad.
yeah. Let me pull up a stat block real quick too. Yeah, I mean that's a critical fail, anyways. Let me go back to the bridge picture so you can kind of see that again. Yeah, so the troll has just come barreling around this tree. Grog hunger. The mule. Yeah, actually, let me roll for that too. Okay. Okay. I mean, the mule just panic stricken, but he's got that big wagon. So he's just kind of, jumping up and down, making all kinds of noise, baying and braying.
Praying, that's it. Yeah.
Braying. I knew he'd find it eventually. So Elisar, you're just walking. And right now, I mean, you can hold your action for some trigger.
I am actually, since I'm hearing this noise, I'm hearing whatever.
Yep.
Even if I can't hear the exact words being said,
You
I know
hear
it's not any of my party.
hear
It's not
commotion.
any of my friends.
Right.
So I immediately turn around,
Yeah.
drop my fake, and sprint at 35 feet.
That's your dash.
I'm dashing. Yeah, why not?
Dash
And,
would be 70
Oh,
feet.
dash was
70.
70 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
35 yards. So I'm like 4 turns away from you guys. I'm getting there. I'm on my way. Hold on, guys. I'll be there in a bit.
Yeah. Rules like at least that's 100 less gold pieces I have to worry about. Actually, maybe even fewer than that. All right, Harlan, you're up.
Oh man.
How far away is this troll from the cart right now?
It is kind of rounding the trees here. This distance is about 20 yards.
All right. I'll cast Firebolt on it.
All right.
And that will be a, let's see here, 17 to hit.
Let's see. 17. That hits.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then that will be 6 points of fire damage.
What was that?
6 points of fire damage. Give me 1 second on that. There we go. Okay.
Cool. And I'll end my turn there.
All right. Taz, you're up.
Can I use my movement to kind of interject myself between the cart and the troll?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like the cart has sort of Rule has been sort of pulling back, trying to pull it back across the bridge this way.
No.
The cart with the tapestry. So yeah, you can definitely jump around and kind of get in between. As the troll's coming this way, you can jump around and kind of head off, get in this space here between the troll and now the cart, which is well and truly on the bridge.
Yeah. And can I hold my action for the trigger when the troll gets close enough? I'm going to grapple him to stop him from getting any closer.
Okay, that sounds good. You can do that.
I'll use my bonus action to rage.
Yeah, you're raging. The smell alone just brings out the rage in you. This, as the troll's opening its mouth, it's just this putrid essence of bad breath from all the rotten meat and stuff that it's eaten. There's like, you guys, well, I'll tell you later. So Django, you're up.
So Django had been sort of hiding in the shadows between Elisar and the rest of the group.
Yep.
So he's probably down the road a little bit.
Okay.
And so he's grimacing from all the sunlight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, his date. Yeah, that's right.
So he's got on his perception disadvantage. He's got find it here, 13.
Is he trying to? Oh, for his perception. That's right. Yeah.
He sees or turn and run. He's thinking something's going on.
He does. He picks up on that between Elisar turning and running and the sound of the donkeys or the mules braying, and frankly, even the firebolt action, you definitely pick up that something is happening at the other side of this bridge.
So Django will dash. In fact, let me think. He's halfway. It's probably 100 yards.
Yeah.
Got to look one thing up real quick. I think this will. No, that actually won't work. Yes, I'll dash.
Okay.
As a ranger, Gloomstalking Dread Ambusher ability, he gets an extra 10 feet on his first round of combat. So I guess this dash will be 80 feet instead of 60 feet.
Nice. And you're about 100 yards away? Were you about 100 yards away?
I think so. Yeah, about halfway. Yeah.
That's about 3. Yeah, so let's just say that let's see, Elisar, you're 3 turns away?
Yeah, I was 200 yards away, so that's if I dash 70 feet per turn or whatever. Oh my gosh, I'm a long way away.
You're a long way away.
Quite far away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really tired when I get to you guys and you're all dead.
Yeah, you're 600 feet, and you can do 75 feet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's 8 turns. 8 turns. Yeah. That's great. It's good.
You know what? Nobody ever accused me of being good at math.
And then, let's see, you're 300 feet away, and you can only get 80 on your first one, Mark?
Yep.
So you're like, let's just say you're 3 turns away. We'll round yours down. And then let's just say that there's a shortcut, the way that you were on the road and you guys can run across. So it's like a hook. You can run across the road. So we're gonna bring you back into the fold the way this road works. So you were 100 yards on the road. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Django, let's say you're 2 turns away.
Nah.
And then Elisar, you're 4 turns away.
Woohoo!
Just being able to kind of cut through the middle, right? And then maybe you have to leap over some rocks or something.
Yeah.
It's the troll's turn. It will close that distance, Taz. It is just barreling towards. So if you're here, Taz, Harlan, I'm assuming where are you at? Are you kind of on the bridge, on the gravel, on the grass?
Kind of on the bridge next to the cart.
Kind of back here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just barreling towards going, Gruck hungry, towards you, Taz, and it is now within distance of you. So do you want to take your action?
That held action.
Okay.
To grapple to stop it from passing me.
Okay, you're gonna try to tackle it around the knees.
So I rolled a strength check, 18.
Okay. You are able to grapple it.
Yeah.
Beat it to beat it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, so
let me just see this. Oh, let me roll. Sorry, let me roll. Let me see if you're able. Yeah, you're able to grapple him.
Okay.
Yeah. You're able to grapple him. So yeah, you tackle him around the knees. He falls to the ground. His speed is now 0, and you're just sort of pinning him to the ground.
Yeah.
Now he is going to try to use his turn to break out of your grapple.
Boo.
Let's see. So does he just have to make another strength check?
It's athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Let's see. 16.
Go.
So he breaks the grapple.
So he breaks the grapple. But he had to spend his action breaking that grapple.
Yeah.
So that's his turn. So he's busted loose. And now Elisar, it's back to you.
I'm not only am I dashing, right, but I am screaming, "Grook, your food is here!" And as I run forward, and that's
The
all.
little, you wouldn't see this, but the little head on its shoulder just sort of kind of it doesn't have neck muscles, but it just tries to turn and start snapping its teeth in your direction.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure it knows I exist and to get its attention, you know?
Harlan.
All right, I'm gonna get in 30 feet of it, and then I'm gonna cast a witch bolt on it.
You are definitely within 30 feet.
right.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm gonna cast witch bolt on it
Okay.
at 2nd level. So crackling blue energy beam connects to the creature if I hit, and then each turn it'll do 1d12 damage.
Okay.
And that'll be a 14 to hit.
It misses.
Okay. Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Taz, you're sort of on the ground still, or kind of, he's broken through with your grapple, but you're up, you're raging.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, since it broke out of my grapple, I'm gonna back up 2 steps, so
Okay.
I'm just within 10 feet of it,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack with my glaive.
Go for it.
So hit is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so it's going to do. So at level 3, I gained Divine Fury on my first attack each round. I do radiant damage.
Nice.
So I'm going to do 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then my glaive damage is 4 plus. Sorry, you got to look at my rage bonus is +2. So 6 points of slashing damage.
So 3 and then 6.
Yep.
Awesome.
For a total of 9.
Got it. All right. Yeah, it just like you slash into it and like just black blood kind of squirts out of its arm where you slashed it. And the radiant just kind of sizzles its skin a little bit. And it smells like really nasty, cooked, rotten meat.
Nice.
Yeah, gross. Django.
Django will dash towards the action, and if he gets within 120 feet, he'll let one of his sling rocks fly.
Oh yeah. Well, based on our let's see, trickle down economics of math that we just did. I think you were within that distance at this point, 120 feet.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
I'll let the sling rock fly.
Okay.
I'm a little blinded by the bright sunlight, as well as this is like long range for a sling. So I'm not sure if I roll disadvantage twice. Like, do I roll 3 dice or 4 dice?
I would just say
Disadvantage doesn't, as far as like technical rules go, doesn't stack.
Yeah, I would just say roll it the one time. Yeah, I mean, even it might be double disadvantage, but let's just see what happens.
All right, well, let's see.
Oh no!
I got an 11 and a 1.
Ooh! Oh no!
Pull up the handy
critical.
critical fumble table here.
Yes, indeed. And
All right, I got a 7 on that roll.
okay.
I'm on fire. I have slipped in the heat of combat. Make a dexterity saving throw. If failure results in being prone until you stand back up. Okay,
That's not too bad. As you're running in this bright sunlight, that makes sense that actually might happen.
It's better than cutting off your own head. I can tell you that.
And I made the saving throw, so
Yes, so
I'm still upright.
you kept your footing. That's good.
I'll never forget Patrick's character.
Oh, that was a classic.
Oh, yeah.
He
moment.
rolled the 1 and then like what, the 100?
Oh yeah, I mean, how many people can cut off their own heads? I mean,
With-
come on.
Yeah, with the critical. What was that weapon? It was
if it scored a crit, it would cut off your head.
yeah, with like no saving throws, like automatic instant death.
So yeah, so I managed it. Yeah, we don't need to revisit that.
We don't need to rehash that. Okay, so the troll is up, and it's sort of kind of saying just hunger. Oh, as it sort of just reaches out and tries to swap. He's kind of going to swipe at you, Taz, because you're right there. I think. Let me see what its movement is. Yeah, he's just going to yes, you're right in front of him. He's just going to try to just swing at you with his claws and take a bite, since you're just right there. So, 2 claws and a bite. So, claw. Does a, let's see, 22 and a 21 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the bite is a, let's see, 17.
Misses.
Okay, so the 2 claws hit. And that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of of slashing damage.
Okay. Was that just one strike or both?
That's all. That's everything. That was both of them.
All right. I half it because of rage,
Yes.
so I take 9.
I could put my son's dice tower back together again. It's nice to kind of drop him back down in there. Kind of going old school, back to the beginnings. And that ends his turn, the troll's turn. I guess I could put this closer to me. I just don't have any more space. I got the stat block here. And Elisar, you're up.
Run, dash. I've got your food right here, buddy.
You're rounding the corner. You can definitely see the action as you kind of crest the hill.
About how far away am I, feet-wise?
What's your dash speed?
70.
You're 140 feet away.
Let me check one thing really quick. And let's see. All right, so my short bow has a range of 320, although that's the way bit of it. The 80 is short. I'm going to use my short bow. As I'm running, stop. Is that possible? Stop, let loose an arrow, and then continue to run? Or is that not possible? Or does that in my turn?
Let's see. You can dash as your action in combat,
Yeah.
but I don't think that you can attack and dash.
Nope, I'm just going to dash then and still just yell, I got your food.
Okay.
Just trying to any kind of distraction I can as I run as fast as I can towards the combat.
You are now, though, at the beginning of your next turn, you're going to be 100 and 40 feet away. So
Okay.
you can
So
decide if
okay.
you want to stop dashing and start shooting
Yep.
or continue to
Gotcha.
dash.
Yep. Gotcha. Cool.
Let's see. Harlan.
All right, I'm gonna try to cast Witch Bolt again.
Okay.
There you go.
You hit the first time, right?
No, he
no, I
missed.
didn't.
You missed.
Yeah.
This time is gonna be a 19.
That hits.
All right, so it's gonna do 2d12.
Nice. 1, 2, 12s.
All right, I mean 19 points of lightning damage. The
All
thunder
right.
damage.
19 points of thunder damage. Okay. Is it thunder damage? Boom. Just like shock, like lightning and thunder?
I think it's just thunder.
Thunder damage. So it's just like this big, like sound wave just smashes into the troll, and it's sort of, its hair flings back, its teeth kind of chip.
Which spell was that?
Witch bolt?
Witch Bolt, yes.
I think it's lightning damage
Okay.
off the top of my head.
It sounds like it is with like a bolt, the bolt in there, but
Yeah.
not thunder.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
most of the thunder is like claps, like thunderclap but either way, it's the same impact. It just sort of, its teeth crack a little bit. And so that's your turn, Harlan. Taz, you're up.
I'm going to attempt to attack with my glaive again.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
That is 14 to hit.
That misses.
Dang. All right, that's all I can do.
Okay. Django.
All right. Django's going to continue to move closer until he can get in melee range. So until that time happens, he'll just keep moving his standard movement and launching a sling bolt. And if I get close enough, you let me know and I'll switch to daggers.
Okay. So you're doing, you're not dashing, you're doing standard moves for another 35 feet, whatever your movement is.
30 feet.
30 feet. So you're another 30 feet, and you can launch a sling bolt, a slingshot ball.
Yep.
So go for it.
Here we go.
Oh no.
All right. This time it was a 2, not a 1, which is way better.
So like you release the sling, and the ball just goes like backwards. It's like flies over Elisar's head.
Ow!
As Elisar's running.
It's the glare. It's the glare.
It is. It's tough. It is tough. I know there's some trees, like I don't know if that helps you or not, but if you can get underneath some of those shade trees.
Or my target being in direct sunlight.
Oh yeah, the troll's out in the open now too. So, oh man, there'll be some. Trust me, when it gets dark, there'll be some opportunities for you to shine to shine in the dark.
It just adds to the humor.
Yeah, exactly. So Jenga, that was your turn. It's the troll's turn now. Let me do this real quick. Before I start his turn. It's going to sort of, let's see. Where are you at, Harlan? On the bridge still?
Yes.
Okay, you're staying up here on the bridge, so that kind of leaves.
I think it just leaves me.
Leaves you, yeah. I think you're kind of stuck there. I was trying to think. Does he? How bad does he want the mule? The mule is now back. Each of these turns is kind of back. It's kind of backing. Rule is basically back the mule all the way, and kind of couldn't really turn him around on the bridge, but he's slowly kind of backed up. But the troll really, in terms of being a hardy mule, a mule is much more hardy than a scrawny half elf or a human. But he's a little indiscriminate. He would just be just as happy to use you guys as toothpicks to help clean out his teeth after he eats the mule. But he, for right now, he's just kind of annoyed with Taz, and will try to bite again. and claw you out of the way. So a bite and 2 claws. The bite is red. Let's see. The bite this time is a 23.
Hits.
Okay. Let me go ahead and roll the damage on that one. And that is, wow, 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
For the bite, and then he's just going to try to swat you with the 2 claws. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. One of them is a natural 20, and one of them is a 1.
Offsetting fouls. Offsetting
That's what I'm wondering. It's like, oh, how do we want to work this?
Roll on that critical fumble table first and see if he falls down or something.
Let's based on where this is going, let's do that. Mark, will you read out the critical fumble on this percentage dice? 51.
All right, 51. You have had the wind knocked out of you. Make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw to recover quickly. On a failed save, your next attack will be at disadvantage.
Okay, so like as he missed with that 1 claw, he just like torqued his rib cage and knocked the wind out of him. It's DC 12?
DC 12 Constitution.
Yeah, he made it. He made the con save.
Dang.
Yeah. Trolls have really high constitution, apparently. And then
Regenerate,
yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I'm hurrying. Hopefully you guys will get there soon. So the other claw that did hit with the natural 20, so that's double damage on that one.
Oh boy.
But I don't add the modifier twice, right? Just the damage
just
roll.
double dice.
Double dice. Okay, so that's not great. 15. Oh, sorry, 19.
19? Okay.
19 total.
I'm sorry, 35.
I did the double dice, but forgot to add the modifier.
Still kicking.
Still kicking. Awesome. All right.
Go Taz.
Taz is a ragey barbarian. All right, and that'll end the troll's turn. Elisar.
Elisar is now. I am pretty close. I'm close enough to attack. Am I not?
If you're dashing,
Right.
you are now 70 feet away.
Right. So I'm not going to dash. I'm going to regular movement. So
Okay.
I keep my attack, and
Okay.
I'm going to. Where am I at here? And I'm going to attack with a short bow.
Okay.
Once I can get to where I'm at. Okay.
You're 110 feet away then if you're doing regular movement.
That is correct. Although, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest here. I did not have my my weapon ready. I had my short sword. So I'm going to continue to run right at him, saying, "Hey, look at me over here! Look at me over here! Look at me over here!"
So you are going to dash.
I'm going to have to dash. Yeah.
Okay. So you're now at your start your next turn 70 feet away from him.
Yep.
So you're getting close. Elisar, that's you. Harlan, you're up.
But since I hit the troll last time, this time I get an auto hit with Witch Bolt.
Okay. That's right, because it's got like this, it's like a taser.
Yes. And that'll be 4 points of lightning damage this time.
Okay.
Tasing me, bro.
So you just like zap him and he just goes, ugh. He's like, oh, drop like, do again.
I'm not saying a thing.
Okay. Is that all you can do there, Harlan?
Yes.
All right, Taz.
Just live, Taz. We're almost there, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna swing my glaive at him.
Take a swing. Swing away, Merle.
Bring away, Meryl.
An 18 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to do 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
and 2 points of radiant damage.
All right. Again, just another big cut. Black blood just oozes out of the cut. The skin sizzles. Grupp says smell good. Barbecue.
I forgot about a class feature that I could have been using.
Oh,
Well,
you may have some time. Django, you're up.
Okay. How far is Django from did you say Grub?
Grupp, G-U-R-P.
How far is Django from Grub?
Now Django, so you and Elisar are roughly the same distance away now. Y'all are both about 70 feet, I think 70 feet away. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's about right. That's right.
Okay. Django will move 30 feet closer and let another sling bullet fly.
Okay.
Okay. I had a natural 20, but it's
Yes.
disadvantage. My other roll was a 9. I get modifiers with the +7 sling bonus at the 16.
The 16 hits.
All right. Finally showing up at the party.
This is-
almost there.
This is a good lesson about keeping the party together or versus spreading out like over
right.
a half mile.
Or
6 points of bludgeoning
Listen
damage.
to LSR again.
6 points of bludgeoning. All right. Yeah, it's like it just makes this sickening ka-thonk off of the head of this troll, and it just sort of ow. And he just sort of grunts. Django, is that all you can do in that turn?
Yeah. You move 30 feet and let the sling bullet fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you smashes him upside the head with a rock. It's now its turn. And it's going to
Kill you.
actually, this is what it's going to do. It's going to go after you again.
Yeah, I know.
It's just going to go after you again. It's going to try to bite you with its first attack. And 17 to hit.
Misses.
All right. And then it's going to slash you with its claws. 2 claws. Oh, those are both 19s. I'm assuming those are
They
both
both
going to
hit.
hit. Okay. So 1 claw, 2 claws. So let's see here. 5, 11, 19 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that'll end the troll's turn. And it's back to you, Elisar. 70 feet away.
I am getting to one knee, letting loose with a short bow
Okay. From 70 feet.
from 70 feet. Yeah, it's my range is 80 to 320. What does the 80 mean? I can't shoot but
No, you're good. That means,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
All right, so I got a 15 plus I got a 5 plus 5, so it's a 20.
That hits.
All right, and it's 1d6 plus 3 damage, and that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah. Arrow sticks out of the back of the troll. It's not really facing you. It's kind of facing the bridge, and you guys are coming. It's kind of facing. Where's my mouse? There it is. It's kind of facing this way, and the arrow just slings across.
Yeah, and I'm going to scream so it knows where it came from. I'm trying to
Distract it.
Distract it from whatever it's doing to my teammate there in Taz.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Harlan, you're up.
I'm gonna use my witch bolt action again.
Okay.
There you go.
It'll be an 8 this time for damage,
Okay.
and then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. All right. Taz.
So I'm going to Oh no. I'm going to use my action to dodge, so he'll have disadvantage on attacks against me.
Okay. That sounds good.
That's my turn.
All right. Django, you're up. You're like 40 feet away.
All right. Django is going to use a bonus action to cast a spell called Zephyr Strike, which
Okay.
lets him move like the wind. He gains an extra 30 feet of movement speed.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, he will pull out his dagger and go right into the troll.
Okay.
Let me read you the full description. You move like the wind. It lasts for 1 minute concentration. And once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn.
Ooh,
The
nice.
attack deals extra 1d8 force damage on a hit.
Whoa, you're going to come in really hard and fast with a
Yeah,
dagger.
we like that.
Yep, and whenever you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of the turn. So
Okay.
I guess the advantage cancels out the disadvantage, so I'll just roll normal.
Okay.
Let's see here. 9, 5, 14.
Oh, 14 misses.
Nope, Brian, I'm taunting him, trying to get his attention.
Okay. All right. But you're right up in melee range now, right?
I am.
Okay,
Yep.
you're on it. So you're in. Obviously, Taz is in. It's the monster's turn. And it's going to try to bite you, Taz,
Okay.
with disadvantage because you're
Yeah.
dodging out of the way.
Good job.
Ho, 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 ho. That was one of them right there.
Yikes.
Oh,
But
no.
you dodged. Does a 13 hit?
13 misses.
So you just with claws, and then it turns and just takes 2 claw swipes at you, Django, since you've kind of gotten right up in his grill. All right, so one of them is a 14.
14 hits.
Oh no, that's not what I expected to hear.
I didn't either.
Leather armor.
Yeah, so if the 14 hits, then the 26 definitely hits. I don't think we even have to go there. All right, so all right, so that's let's see, 10 plus 10, so 20 points of slashing damage.
Oh!
Ooh.
I am so glad that I'm reminded that we were on this mission to get healing potions.
I'm so glad that the other tank was 200 yards away.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, just whistling down the trail, waiting for highway robbery to come happen.
Guys.
Troll don't care about tapestry. Troll want meat. Group want meat. And that'll end the troll's turn.
Among other things, yeah.
And Elisar, you're up.
I am, you know what? How far? I am 70 feet away, right?
Yeah, because you didn't take any movement. You just stayed there and
Right.
shot an arrow.
Now, let me
Could we
ask you this.
can he use some movement on that turn?
I just wondered why you didn't move closer and then shoot the arrow.
That's, you know what? Again, playing meta, notice my intelligence. What I'm gonna do is I am now going to I am going to sheath my bow, right? And I'm just going to run as fast. I'm going to dash towards the troll. Now,
Okay.
if I'm 70 feet away and he's 70 feet away, is there any way I can just try to barrel into him to knock him over, or do I just travel 70 feet and stop 1 foot in front of him?
What happens is your turn is you will travel the distance, but then like if you visualize the scene, you know, like the scene will cut and go to somebody else. And then, you know, as it gets back to your scene, it'll be you still traveling right there, but you'll be able to do something once you're there. It might be bash into them, but that's up to you.
Right, but from right now, I'm traveling 70 feet and just doing that Hulk Hogan,
Yeah, and so yeah, exactly. It's like the camera's watching you, the camera, and then it's gonna cut and go right to Harlan, right as you get right up to it.
I just want to pose a threat to
Yes.
again because I realize that my friends are in mortal danger there. So I've got full hit points. So
And you're also now in range as well. You're in melee range with this troll.
hey, and when I stop, can I spit on him?
You can actually, I will allow that as a part of your dash, just from the spittle of the running.
I'm gonna do that.
As you approach, just me and Django are just pouring blood.
Yeah.
Just mortally wounded.
And the little head on its that's grown out of its shoulder, it's just like its teeth. You thought they were going fast at first, and now they're just like hunger. Like
how is it looking?
It looks like the first cut that you put on it is like completely closed. The second cut is healing nicely.
Yeah, as a city guard, would I know anything about like how to deal with trolls? Like if we were on patrol?
You actually probably would know this actually as the city guard. Now I don't know how you would communicate this. Do you know how to deal with trolls stepping out of the game? Do I have to? Okay, so I don't.
Just scream fire,
Yeah. You would probably know.
During my last turn where I just dodged, can I also turn towards Harlan and be like, I think the firebolt worked better.
You can totally do that.
Yeah.
You can totally do that. Yeah, absolutely. So Elisar, you're right up on him. The spit is sprayed out of your mouth from all of the sprinting that you've done.
Yes.
Harlan, you're up. You did hear, Taz as he dodged out of the way. The firebolt worked better, as he kind of, through the blood that's gurgling up into his throat, was able to sort of say that to you. But
yeah, I'll listen to Taz and I'll cast Firebolt on the troll. That'll be a 18 to hit.
That hits.
And then it'll be 7 points of fire damage.
Yes, it screams in anguish at that damage. No, not good barbecue, says Gruff.
That's North Carolina barbecue.
Right,
Okay. Let's see. That was Harlan. Taz, you're up.
And
Run.
I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay. Gives you disadvantage, right?
It gives me advantage, and it gets advantage against me.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right. Go for it.
Okay.
I feel like that's just like the windmill. Like we're just swinging, like the windmill swinging.
Natural 20.
That will hit. That will definitely hit. Is it slashing?
It will be slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out how to do this because I get my my divine fury. Okay, so whoa, it's good.
Run.
Okay.
It's gonna be 12 points of radiant damage,
Okay. Boom.
and then it's gonna be. Well, that was terrible. 7 points of slashing damage. 19 points total.
19 points total. That is good. That's good. Its skin is getting really crispy and kind of gross from the radiant damage. The cuts are starting to not look like they're healing. They're coming in more than they're healing. It seems like they're opening up and exposing more than they're healing. All right. Let's see. Taz, Django, you're up.
Okay. Django's going to cast Zephyr Strike again.
Okay.
Okay. So when you move like the wind until the spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. So a bonus action, he's going to cast Zephyr Strike. He's going to move like the wind and scoot back only about 30 feet. Just stay in his sling normal range.
Okay.
And then he's going to let the sling bullet fly towards the little head on the troll.
Okay, trying to hit the little head that's growing out of the troll's shoulder. All right.
Yeah.
And because it's a Zephyr strike attack, he'll get the advantage, which will cancel out the glare of the sunlight.
Okay.
So we'll just get straight up normal roll. Oh, natural 20. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Ooh, nice. Nice. So you Davided him.
All right. So let me pull out 2d4.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Okay. So it's
Plus
a
your
total
Zephyr
of-
Strike dice damage.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm getting to that. Yeah. So I've got 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the sling bullet.
Okay.
That's an extra D8 force damage from the Zephyr strikes. Let me find a D8 here. And so that's 6 additional points of force damage. So 6 bludgeoning, 6 force.
Okay.
I think you would double that too, because it's
would
part
I?
of your it's part of your weapon damage.
Oh, nice. All right. So add another 5 force damage. So a total of 11 force damage and 6 bludgeoning. We're throwing the kitchen sink at it.
You are.
Yeah, we are.
11 plus 6.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's just like the little head part just kind of caved in, the little mouth stopped doing its mouth thing, and it's just sort of wobbling, but kind of just standing there. And it's its turn, right? It is.
Yeah.
Remember,
Okay.
I'm right there spitting at it. So
Okay. You're right in front of him. It's gonna look at you, LSR, and be like, sort of as its legs are wobbling, and he's gonna just try to bite and with both claws.
I dare you.
All right, so here's the bite. Ooh, 15 to hit.
Oh, 15 misses.
Okay.
16.
And then both claws.
I'm feeling lucky.
Okay. Does a 10 hit? No, but I bet a natural 20 hits.
No.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a 20 hits.
2. Okay, so let me roll. So the damage on the one claw that does hit you catches you nice and clean. Oh, this is not bad. 3, 6, 10, 14 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Ka-thong.
And I'll take that damage. Oof. It cuts me in half. Doesn't cut me in half literally, but yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And that ends its turn.
Now it's my turn. Is it not?
It is your turn.
Oh, I short sword the heck out of it. I'm just like, whop!
Okay, go for it.
Oh boy. Yeah, all right. 8 plus 5, 13. So I miss, right?
13 misses.
Yeah, I missed. Yeah. I spit at it again. This is an extra action.
You can do that. You can try to do a little.
I want to keep its attention on me, even though.
Do you have any bonus actions yet?
Actually,
LSR?
you know what? If I look at this, actually, I do have a question, which may be not meta, but I've got as my features and traits, right?
Mhm.
I've got what's called a blood maledict, which I can invoke a blood curse a number of times per short rest. Now it's a 1d4. I believe if I read the rules correctly, I'm not sure. I can add 1d4 to my attack, but I also take 1d4 hit points myself damage.
Yeah, I can look at it real quick.
Does that sound right? Blood maledict curse or blood maledict?
Yeah, what order are you? Or is it just, have you chosen an order yet? Hold on. Blood maledict. When you use your blood maledict, you choose which curse to invoke. Go to blood curses.
Which
Okay,
is
so you
blood
choose.
maledict.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as a bonus action, you can magnify Curse of Binding.
Oh, you know what I could do to undo? Well, I've got. I've got blood maledict, right? Then I've got blood curse of the eyeless, and the eyeless is basically any creature I can see within 30 feet of you that makes an attack roll. I can use my reaction to roll Hemocraft die and subtract the number roll from the creature's attack roll.
So I think you do that as a reaction.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
So,
the blood hunters are kind of complicated because they have so much stuff going on. But yeah.
It would have to be as a reaction to getting hit or something.
Yeah, so if it hit me, he could
react.
React.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's really not going to help me in this situation. Okay.
Okay, but the other thing, Crimson Right, allows you to activate your Crimson Right, and then your weapon.
I do have Crimson Right.
Yeah, your weapon would get bonus damage, which is an additional 1d4, but you have to take damage to activate it. You only do that damage
of that
once.
1d4. Right,
Yeah.
and the right damage is lightning damage.
Yeah, so that's
wow, it's very detailed.
So if I take the Crimson right, and a 13 missed, I can then roll a 1d4. I would take 1d4 myself, but it would also 1d4 to my attack. Is that right?
It's to your damage, not to your attack roll.
Nah, poop.
You missed, since you missed on the attack.
So it's a miss. Okay.
Yeah.
And then did you choose your order when we leveled up to level 3?
I have not. It's a blood hunter order, and I have no choice made yet.
Okay. Yeah, you would have made that at level 3, and they have different abilities too.
Okay. I'll take that into account next time if there is next time.
Yeah. It's the troll sort of wavering. Its feet, its sort of legs are sort of wobbly, and it's like, oh, not hungry anymore. And so, Harlan, you're up.
Oh, Harlan, go.
All right,
go.
I'll cast Firebolt on it again.
Okay.
That'll be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Yes.
And that'll be 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I have my turn there.
All right. Taz, you're up.
All right, I'm going to recklessly attack again.
Okay.
At advantage. Oh, sorry, it's hidden behind my dice. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So slashing damage is going to be 5 slashing damage. And then my Divine Fury will be 3 Divine Fury.
Okay.
Which is radiant damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Django, you're up.
Okay, I'll let the sling bullet fly.
Go for it.
Grimacing behind the sunlight glare. Okay, I got it. The disadvantage roll is 17.
That hits.
5 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. Well, guess what, gentlemen?
Woo!
As the stone crushes into the troll's brain, its head just collapses in on itself. Mark, would you care to describe the rest of the gory details?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
So, trolls are really big and tall. And it was like he was hungry and opening his mouth wide, getting ready to take another bite out of us, right when the sling bullet flew perfectly down into its windpipe and out the back of its neck.
Oh, nice. Well done.
Yeah.
You just see it didn't like come all the way through. You get to kind of see it sort of, stick out the back of the skin.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All over.
That's an image.
Since he was probably near the edge of the bridge and the cliff, he may have even stumbled down into the river.
He totally did. It's the little head thing, just like the chattering teeth just stop cold, and then just kind of falls into the water and massive splash as it just begins to roll and be taken down with the flow of the river downstream. And then another troll appeared. No, I'm kidding. That's it, guys. That was. You've defeated the troll at the at the no-named bridge, the bridge that crosses the Waterdeep on the way. You do notice off in the distance, Rule is with the donkey or the mule, and he's just sort of kind of turned around and actually kind of gone a little out of the sight, as if he's ready to sort of take off as fast as he can go with the mule. But as he sees the troll go in, he turns the mule around and starts heading back towards you guys. When as he approaches you, I'll stop sharing this gruesome picture. As he approaches you all, he says, "Oh, well, that's 100 gold is well spent for sure. That was harrowing to say the least. I would have been done for without you. Thank you so very much. You all don't look so good."
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Django still has blood gushing out from underneath his leather.
We probably need to make sure this body is all the way dealt with.
Yeah. Is there as we see the troll? Is he floating away? Is he there?
He's sort of wedged on some rocks at the bottom of in the water. The water's kind of pinned the corpse to some.
I would like to jump down and sever his head from his body and bring it up and throw it in the woods.
Oh, you're going to have to fish it out of the water first.
Okay.
So that's going to take some strength. So make a strength check.
I've got. Oh, good. Whew, thank God.
Athletics.
Finally. All right. Here we go. Strength check. I fall in the water with him.
Oh no! What'd you
I rolled a
roll?
one. I rolled a
Oh,
one.
did you really? Yeah, you slip, and now your body is like pinned against the troll's body by the current, and the troll is also pinned against the rock. So like you're like a little troll sandwich up against the rocks.
Yeah. Can I try to while he? I don't know. Can I do damage to it and bite him or beat him while I'm sitting against him? I mean,
you do notice that the skull of the troll, while it was originally caved in,
yep.
you can't tell if it's an optical illusion, but it looks like it's not quite as caved in as it was before.
Now I'm going to be meta here because I rolled a 1. It was not a combat, but It was okay. Good.
You just slipped and went in the water. I'm not gonna do anything that cruel at this point. It's too early in the campaign.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else? You guys see that now? Elisar is sort of stuck in the river.
I'll just try to firebolt the troll.
It's in the water.
I'll try to firebolt it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm right here.
23 to hit.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah, you hit it.
All right.
Right.
And then I also threw it on a rope for Elisar.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's the fire damage that you did?
2.
2?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like I said, the water's kind of pouring over it, putting out any fire that might be getting there. Elisar, make a dexterity or sleight of hand check to see if you can catch that rope.
All right. Sleight of hand or dexterity? Let's take a dexterity, which is plus. No, I miss it. A 7.
Yeah, you do miss it. The rope just kind of goes down. Taz and Django, what are you guys doing? Just
How far down is this embankment?
It's about 15 feet.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna kind of walk down the embankment and just kind of shove the body into the river, just to make it drift out to the ocean.
So try to dislodge it from around the rock. Yeah, do it.
It's a pretty wide river, right?
It is. It's a pretty wide river. Yeah, it's just sort of pinned because where it fell, it's sort of close to the shore. So it would need to go further out to kind of avoid some of these rocks. But it's like a fast-flowing river, and you're fairly close to the ocean, so it's pretty. It's pretty wide. Think Mississippi Delta almost, at this point, as opposed to like a whitewater river.
Yeah, I'll kind of unwedge it from the rocks and then just kind of poke it out with my glaive. Just get it kind of into the center of the river.
Okay, yeah, make a strength check just to see if you got it's a really strong current.
Okay, strength check. Not bad. 14.
Yeah, you're able to kind of wedge him and kind of push him on out. Also, in doing that, you've also sort of unwedged Elisar, who also starts to float down the river.
Oh.
Just so you can get 200 yards away.
Elisar, you can swim. I assume you can swim.
I'm a wood elf, so
yeah, probably.
You could probably swim.
Help.
Yeah, I think you could probably swim. And you didn't take that much damage. Let's just say that you do manage to go down about 20 yards before you're able to get to the shoreline and get back up on shore. And you do see the corpse of the troll as it sort of floats off into the distance. The little head on the shoulder kind of pops up out of the water, and as it kind of disappears around a bend, and the troll is someone else's problem.
Kind of like in Spaceballs, hello my baby, hello my baby.
Yes, yeah, the little frog guy.
Yeah,
yeah. As the little head, a little finger comes up and goes. I won't do that. But
now he is officially an SCP.
All right, guys. Well, we've been playing a while, and I think dinner is probably coming up, so we could probably call it an afternoon here.
Awesome.
Do we want to talk logistics for next time?
Yeah.
Does once a week work okay? Do you guys would once every 2 weeks be easier for everybody? Or I'm just thinking about what's going on in everybody's lives.
I think once a week would work. We just deal with, online and just figure out, when's a good time. I think actually, Wednesday's still pretty good time.
Okay.
Credit for me, unfortunately, but yeah. I mean,
last week.
I couldn't do 2 weeks without.
Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody's.
Disagrees.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's cool with that.
Is everybody on board still with trying weekly, or
weekly is fine with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good. That's what I was hoping to hear. So that's good. That's good.
What night do we want to try for this week?
I am open, man. I've got no school. Oh, I got my diploma. They mailed it to me. I should have shown it off to you guys. Yeah, so I'm official. Triple official. So
you want to keep on trying for a Wednesday, or what do you want to do?
That work for Connor and Mark? Wednesdays?
Yeah, Wednesdays is good.
Still good nights?
Yep.
Let's just keep it maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8. Maybe 8:30 seems like it's getting a little late. Maybe 6 to 8.
6 to 8 would be good. 6 to 8 would be good.
That works for me.
6 to 8. Okay.
We've almost been playing 2, 3, 4. We've almost been playing for 3 hours now.
Yeah. That's a pretty long haul. I knew the combat was going to be with a troll, especially with its regeneration. It was going to be a little bit rough, but level 3, and it was going to be a hard encounter. So you guys, when we pick up, are you guys going to make camp here and try to just get a long rest in before you continue on, or do you want to just continue to march on?
Is it still kind of midday?
It is.
Maybe we could just take a short rest.
Okay. Up to you guys.
Short rest at that.
Short rest. Search the area.
Yeah, because I believe on the map, which is up right now, there was a well. Maybe we could hang out near that well and make camp there.
I'll show you guys real quick.
Well, was I thinking
of
the bridge?
Oh, the bridge map. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of that area that the troll had dug out. And what I was going to say earlier was there's like just these stacks of bones, animal bones, different humanoid species, just kind of big, where it had been sort of just hiding out here and picking things off as they crossed over here. And we run up this hill and just grab them and devour them mostly. But he'd bring them back here and kind of sit. So there is, it's not really a well, but it's like a fire pit kind of thing. Not that he was using it, but it is definitely a campsite because the troll will just eat the meat raw. But it is kind of gross. There's a lot of corpses and stuff there.
I would say we hang near that area, and being a wood elf, and I can kind of meditate. I'd say we set watch, even though it's during the daytime. I want to make sure I'd perch myself on the bridge to the south to make sure so that it doesn't claw its back way on land and try to make its way back to its natural home.
Okay.
Well, we're just taking a short. So
You're just taking a short. Yeah.
Just a couple hours?
An hour.
Okay.
An hour. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool.
An hour's
All right,
rest.
cool.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can hang out in this little space here. And I'll show you the map from Rule. So you're still just kind of right here. Day 2. Day 3, you'll probably you might not even make it all the way to the estate based on how long this, kind of what you had to deal with here and the fact that you're taking a rest. So it may actually take a 4th day to get all the way to the estate. But you'll be back on the tradeway, and then you'll have to take this trail all the way to the estate. So for next time.
Good stuff. Like it.
All right.
And Django wants to try to retrieve any of his sling bullets that he can find or any other suitable rocks on the ground.
The last one, it came out and through his esophagus. You can find that one. Actually, you should be able to find all of them because none of them really were embedded. They just either ricocheted or went all the way through them. So I think you'll be okay there with that. And
I'll search any of the corpses I can find in the general area and see if I can find any gear, particularly any short bows, long bows, or anything that I might be able to use from a ranged weapon point of view.
Okay, yeah. Make a investigation check around. So there's a big pile of bones next to the...
And while he's doing the investigation check, I have a good conversation about distancing with Taz.
Okay. That sounds good. Your audio is going out to Patrick.
I heard that. Yeah,
that's okay. You find a longbow underneath some long bones, with about 6 arrows still scattered about.
Great.
So
a ranger's dream.
Well done,
Patrick.
Yes.
I suppose those daggers.
On your character sheet.
Yeah.
Will you click the gear and click shareable link and copy that and post it in our chat on here? I was going to make sure your blood hunter had everything that it was supposed to.
Yeah. So I'm all right. So I'm going and I'm sharing my screen.
No. Just go to your character sheet, and next to your character's name, there's the gear.
Oh yeah.
Click that. Scroll down. Click shareable link. Copy that link.
Okay, hold on. Shareable link. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
And then paste it in the Zoom chat. Here's mine.
Hold on. Walk me through my Zoom chat here. Hold on.
There's a little chat window at the bottom, a little chat option. Actually, I don't know. Mine might be in a different space.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hosting.
I got it. Chat. Here you go. And there you go. And how's that?
Perfect.
Boom. Perfect.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
That's good. And I haven't even bothered to check y'all's character sheets at this point. So if there's any backstory stuff y'all put in there that would be interesting, let me know and I can go out and read them to see if I can weave some of that backstory. In fact, I might ask you guys now that because you've kind of gotten thrown together sort of serendipitously or divinely, if you will, maybe to be prepared to share a little bit more backstory now that you're getting to know each other along the trail.
Oh, man. So. I'm going to have to explain why I'm not within 500 feet of his public school.
Or why you stay 200 yards away from your party when they're
I'll never
let that one down.
Listen. Yeah. Hey, lesson learned.
All right, gents. So 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. Great hanging out with y'all.
Great hanging out with you guys. See you, Connor. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great week, and we'll talk to you guys in a few days. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Y'all be safe.
All right. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you then.